not everyone is happy with the delayed promise. Entertainment pundit Ebenezer Donko is perturbed by the government's faltering commitment to the creative arts.
The first one that they promised has not even actually taken any shape. So what's the guarantee that we're going to have those 5 in the year? And by 2024, we should have all the 16 regions have amphitheaters. I mean, come on. I don't think anyone can actually justify this. So obviously, it's a deceit.
With hopes of salvaging Ghana's struggling creative arts sector, it was expected that the first of the 16 edifices located at the Kumasi Cultural Center would soon be completed. For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright Quick.
Right, and that's it for the news at 12 here on Joy 99.7 FM. This bulletin also came to you on Love 99.5 FM around the world at myjoyonline.com. The Joy Sports link is up next. Gary is here with me in the studio. Gary, what's coming up?
Well, yeah, it's a potpourri, it's a mix, right? Premier League has started, but we'll put that out of the way. Yesterday was the final day for nomination and for picking forms for those interested in being the GFA president.
Right.
And we saw Keto Kraku pick a form, and say that he's the best man for the job to be re-elected. He'll be contested only by George Free, so there'll be only 2 men on the ballot this time.
That's very interesting. Nana didn't show up.
No, he didn't go.
There appears to be a mad rush for position on the executive committee.
That is where people are going on the exco, because for the presidency, lots of people believe it can either be these 2 who have a real chance of winning.
And then the exco. Why?
On the ESCO.
Why so much interest? Is it $100,000?
If you say so. Anyway, so we'll just be playing a few of the cues from there.
Okay.
Plus, in 3 days, the very, very controversial betting tax is in. It's 10% of all winnings on your bets and stuff like that will come. We have a report from the Joy Business team we'll be playing as well. And then, so that's on the local front. Then we go international and do some Premier League, and some on the mad transfer window happenings and all that. And how
this Casido guy is really not.
He's a stubborn boy, eh?
Absolutely. I don't understand what really is going on. Next day you are going to Liverpool. The next day I want to play for Chelsea. What kind of inconsistency in thinking is that?
Listeners, I'll have you know that Elton John Brobe is a Liverpool supporter.
Absolutely. I just want to find out. I mean, I use the Legon Road every day to work and then go home. The Legon Stadium.
Yes.
That is going to serve as venue for the
one of the venues for the Africa
I don't know whether
Games.
We are on track, because every time I pass, I don't see much in terms of progress of work.
The Joy Sports team has been we've been very very much on the beat on that one. And to be fair to them, it was just about 3 weeks ago that they had they let the media come and see the progress of the work, and they briefed us that they are actually on schedule. So what they've done is that students on the University of Ghana who will be in the hostels where the athletes are supposed to be based will be asked to go home on an extended vacation so that the work can be completed on time. So that's also being done.
Well, let's go for that, because we've already missed
the first.
Exactly.
Yes, we have already postponed the tournament. Okay. Nice one. Preview of the Joy Sports link. We will be coming back after the break. Please stay with us.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Top up your airtime with 5 Ghana Cedi or more in Vodafone's demo promotion and receive up to 20% of your money back per demo.
Vodafone.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Keep this frequency clear.
99.7.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Joy 99.7 FM. Hello and good afternoon to you. It's just 21 minutes after 12 here on your superstation. Welcome to the Joy Sports Link. Coming up today, we'll be getting some reaction to the 10% tax that is taking effect from the 15th of August in 3 days. Wins from lottery games, casinos, and marketing promotional raffles will now attract that tax, and we'll be asking people what it means. Now, what it means for you, if you are into that sort of thing, is that gross winnings from all betting, gaming, lotto, and other games of chance will be subjected to a 10% withholding tax, which will be considered as a final tax as well. We've been getting some reactions of social media. I'll be reading some of them. Then we get a report, and like I told Elton, the GFA Elections is loading. Officially, nominations are done being filed. Yesterday was the final day. The incumbent Keto Kraku and George Efriye, his main contender in the last elections, have all confirmed, and they will be looking at their chances as well. Plus, the Premier League has begun. So, what should we be looking out for? Yesterday, we had a really, really fine chat on game plan. We'll be bringing that back to you in terms of the transfers and everything involving your team. The main transfers. Harry Kane is officially confirmed as a Bayern player. For many of us, we could never see it come. It looks so different, with him in another kit, but it's happened, and we'll be looking at that. Plus, Gary Neville and his friend Jamie Carragher have been speaking to Howard Webb on the new rules this Premier League season. So we'll be updating you on that, so you know what exactly is happening. It's all here on the Joy Sports Link, but by way of updates, the Women's World Cup is ongoing. England currently are leading Colombia by 2-1. It's 91 minutes in that game. If that happens, then it means that England they are gunning and going quickly for that title, because the semi-final is at stake. Remember, Spain and Sweden have already booked their places. This morning, Australia and France played what I think, and well, if it's social media commentary is anything to go by, one of the best penalty shootouts ever. It was amazing. Australia, the host nation, held on with bated breath. They were able to beat France, who are being coached by Ghana's former physical trainer, Hervé Renard, on penalties. Fantastic penalty shootout. If you've not seen it, check our socials. You will find it there as well. So Spain, Sweden already confirmed as a semi-final. Australia and England, as it stands, will be in that second semi. England are just a few minutes away from beating Colombia. It's 2-1 right now. So that's by way of the Women's World Cup. And in the Premier League, of course, Manchester City started from where they left off last season. They played Burnley in the season opener and won comfortably by 3-0. Erling Haaland scored twice. Of course he did. And Rodri scored the other one. Of course he did as well. So first things first, let's get this out of the way. Let's hear from GFA President Keto Kraku, who spoke after, filing to for re-elections, and this was done at the GFA headquarters. Let's hear him.
The trusted hand, the trusted leader is the one speaking to all of you. People believe in the leadership. That's the reason why they are here. They trust the leadership. That's why they are here. Most importantly, they trust in the vision of the leader. That's why they are here. And they are here, and we are here to again say one thing. We are together. We are together in good times. We are together in bad times. Our game will go through bad times, but our game will go through a lot of good times. Our collective future is very bright. We have to be patient. We have to come together as a family, because that's the essence of being part of this association. My hands are open. I said this at Congress. I'll welcome the other mind at all times, because it is the strength that I pick from the other mind that makes this family a unique and strong family.
Ketu Kraku, GFA president, speaking there just by way of a reminder. The last time there was an election, Mr. Okraku secured the votes in the third round of the polls. He's a former sports journalist and football administrator as well, and he secured 44 votes at the time in the first round of voting, with George Afriye coming close with 40, while Nana Amponsa and Fred Papu got 27 and 6 votes respectively. So it went to the second round of the elections. Mr. Ketu Kraku missed the required 50% plus 1 by just 2 votes after he secured 59 votes, while George Afriye got 43. Nana Amponsa also earned 16. This time, Nana Amponsa, who just a few weeks ago saw his tenure as Asante Kotoko CEO come to an end, and clearly he will not be contesting the GFA presidency again. That leaves George Afriye as the only man who will be contesting KET this time round in the elections in September. So let's hear from George Afriye.
If you look at the number of people who are clamoring to become ESCO members, it's enough justification telling you that everything is not right. If the people who want to contest the executive council position think that Mr. Okraku has done well, then let us also withdraw, and all of us go and back them, plus the executive council. If they have done so well, then I expect everybody who has picked form to contest the executive council to drop. If they drop, I'll be the first to drop. Then everything is fine. Let's rally behind our boss. Let's rally behind our FA president, and then we'll move Ghana football forward. Because that is what I stood for 4 years ago. In 4 years ago, we were going to the third round when I considered defeat. And I said that everybody should follow Mr. Ketu Kraku. He has my support, and I expect everybody to support him. It didn't end there. The next morning I pick a phone and say, boss, you are now my boss. You are the FA president. You have my support. Count on me. I did a live video, told everybody that, but what do we see today? We don't matter. Now it is them against us. Our football is divided. In the coming days, the news will come out. Our manifesto will come out. Our vision will come out. The true situation of our football will come out, and we'll let everybody know.
George Afriye speaking there. So, yeah, we can now start our build-up properly to the elections, you know, after the dates were announced, and now we know who is contesting. So please look out for programming across the Joy platforms for the GFA polls. It's very important because the Africa Cup of Nations will be coming off in La Côte d'Ivoire in January, and so they would want to get that out of the way, the elections out of the way, so that the nation can focus on that and other tournaments. Ghana Premier League also starts in a couple of weeks, and so on and so forth. Right, so like I said in the intro, the betting thing is a big thing. So what it is that the Ghana Revenue Authority, as a GRA, is hoping to mobilize about 1.2 billion Ghana cedis, all right, in the initial stages of implementation of the taxation of lottery operators. So revenue mobilization from the taxes is expected to increase to about 3 billion after the initial stages. So the later development follows, if you've been listening to our coverage, especially on Joy Business, the passage of the Income Tax Amendment Act 2023, that's Act 1094, which subjects all lottery wins to the withholding tax to be deducted by the lottery operators and paid to the GRA. Now, in line with the law, the withholding tax deduction applies to winnings paid by private lotto operators of sports betting, casino operators, route operations, that's the slot machines, colloquially called, marketing promos, national lotto betting, remote interactive games operators, and other games of chance. So we've heard the Commissioner of the Domestic Tax Revenue Division of the GRA, Edward Jamra, speaking extensively about this as well. And he's said that in terms of sanctions, all lotto operators were expected to comply with the law by withholding 10% of the tax on gross winnings and make payments to the authority. So for effective implementation and administration of the Act, all lottery operators are required to make changes to their software to display the bet or stake amount, winnings, and tax withheld, and store the values for reporting purposes. So basically, just like was done for the e-levy, it has to be transparent, and that's what it is about. So if you don't do that as an operator, you will be sanctioned. So we hit the streets to get what people think of this. Let's hear it.
They should take Ghana's reserves, go there and stake and see if the youth win. That is where they will know that they have to put money into the pockets of the youth every month, at least 500 cedis on my Momo. Then it comes. Then I'll be happy so that we can stop betting.
Our money, our money, our money, our money, our money, our money. Share.
Coach Ali is a staunch AC Milan fan whose betting journey started in 2010. A man who has explored different betting platforms says the tax is likely to dash the hopes of the young Ghanaian.
There are a lot of disadvantages in betting than advantages. The only advantage is it gives hope. Apart from that, the government taking 10% of the victories we have in betting, you are taxing the telcos. What have you done with it? And now you are going to tax the poor boy who comes from Obuasi, who is just trying to buy hope so that he doesn't engage himself in immoral acts. What are you going to do with it? Even the 3 billion, you did nothing with it. What are you going to do with that 10%?
The story isn't different for Chikata, a level 200 student of the University of Ghana studying sociology. She says the move is unfair and she expects government to do better.
To me, I don't believe after taking this, there's going to be any change in the development of the country. As I thought it was going to be a change, there was going to be a change during the e-levy. So to me, I don't agree with this. When I bet and then I win, you take 10%. But when I lose, what's going to happen? You're not going to give me any 10%. So it's not being fair. After all, it's my money I invested in the betting. So if I lose and I don't get anything, but when I win, you get something, that's very unfair to me. I don't agree with it.
Ibrahim is a trader. He thinks otherwise. He tells me that tax on gaming is good, but expects the 10% to be reviewed because the rate is high.
If you go stake even Lotto and you didn't win, you're going to ask the government that you should give you the money back? No. But if you win, at least they will tax very small money from you because you are making income. Everybody is making income. You understand me? So it's good that if Superbet says if you win, you have to get some small tax, but the 10% is too much for them.
The application of this levy is part of a broader review of the income tax on gaming and lottery operations in the country. The withholding tax deduction, according to the Ghana Revenue Authority, applies to winnings paid or payable by private lotto operators, sports betting operators, casino operators, route operators, remote interactive game operators, operators of marketing promotions, and operators of other games of chance. James Chance reports for Joy Business.
James Shen with that report. So what are the thoughts of a lot of you on socials? Let me get a few and then we move on to other things. Nagus Nagasti says, sometimes I wonder the kind of reasons why our lawmakers approve such taxes. Meanwhile, so many people don't pay taxes in this country. Mason, plumbers, electricians, and many other professions don't pay tax, but they are quiet. The annoying thing is that the government ministers themselves, really, if you check, they don't pay tax. I think we, the investors and better, should organize a demonstration of Parliament this Friday. Sami Tutunori says, How much do churches make and who is taxing them? Tarek Yao says in Kenya, it is 20% tax on winning stake and excise of 5%. Well, yes, can confirm that that's true. Godo Williams says, this tax is pure wickedness. How? I mean, how? If we lost, do they pay us 10% of our losses? But now they are coming to tax us when we win. This is wickedness. Ejakwesi Kanga says, this singular tax will take the government to a position. Osaib Daku Bruce says, no jobs for the boys. You are not creating jobs. Boys are finding jobs too. You are imposing tax on their earnings. I'll be the first person at the polling station next election, God willing. This one says, Kofi is from Kofi Whiteskin. He says, the Ghana Revenue Authority has seen that the European football season has started and they want to take advantage. Well, which brings us to the fact that, yes, the European football season has started. And yesterday, we began the build-up properly on Joy 99.7 FM. You're still here on the Joy Sports Link. Sitting in for Nathaniel Ato, just about 36 minutes after 12. Gary Al Smith here. Yesterday, Premier League began. Man City beat Burnley by 3-0. We have the game ongoing currently. Arsenal, through Eddie Nketiah, are in the lead. They've scored 1 goal. But the game that we are looking forward to, people say that if it's not played tomorrow, the season hasn't really started in England. Chelsea, Liverpool. Oh, Arsenal have scored 2. Bukayo Saka has scored. So you can stake your bets for tomorrow, the day after, and then the third day after today, the 10% starts. So you can put all your bets on today and tomorrow's games as well. Tomorrow, one of the big games was Chelsea Liverpool. It's 3:30. The Joy Sports team will be at the Labadi Beach Hotel and we'll be there with Standard Chartered Bank here for good. Clementia is here with us from Standard. Hi, Clementia.
Hello, Daddy.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah. It's always a pleasure having you here as well. How's the day been so far?
Well, Saturday things,
I know, right? So, Standard Chartered, every year for, I don't know, maybe like last 5 years, they come to Joy FM and inform us that they are taking some lucky people to Anfield. Yeah, almost every year for the last few years, and they are here to do it again. Is there anything different about what you're doing this year, Clementia, at SCB?
It's, at SCB, we love to give our clients money can't buy experiences. So we have so many people who have gone to Anfield to watch Liverpool FC play live. And 2023, another lucky winner and a partner are going to go to Anfield to watch Liverpool play again. And we're starting all this as the season has opened with our first match with Chelsea and LFC. So we'll be at Labadi Beach Hotel tomorrow with a match viewing to launch our new promotion, which is the Road to Anfield campaign.
Okay.
So we want everybody to take part in this campaign and increase their chances of going to watch a live Premier League match, and it's awesome.
Okay, so you let us know the modalities, how it works and things tomorrow, right?
So if you do, we'll let you know tomorrow, but I'll just give you a sneak peek.
Nice one.
If you don't have an account, please get ready, download the SC Mobile app on your phone and open an account. So with the Road to Anfield, it's going to be a draw. There's so many different transactions that you do that increases your chances, because when you open an account, you get 1 slot into the draw. When you make a deposit up to 5,000 cedis, you get 2 slots in the draw. When you buy an insurance product, we can buy insurance products on our SC Mobile map on the app. You get another 2 slots. When you use your card, you get to enter the draw. Momo, everybody's paying. We've all gone digital. We're making all our payments via mobile money. Use the SC Mobile app to make a Momo payment. You get into the draw. Buy a wealth management product. We have so many products to help you, and that gives you 5 chances into the draw. And then anytime you use your Standard Chartered card for a transaction, you also get into the draw. So there's so many ways you can increase your chances of going to Anfield with your partner.
Right. So Tomorrow at the Labadi Beach Hotel, when Chelsea play Liverpool. Ahead of that, there'll be more explainers, so please join us. The game starts at 3:30, but come in a bit early. I'm told there'll be some these days they stop calling it item 13, they call it something else, some savories, yes. And come and join us, watch that game with the Joy Sports team. Myself, Fent, Danny K, and others will be there, plus the SCB team. I mean, they support us on our Joy Sports Center, and they say with SCB, it's here for good. All right, Clementia, thank you very much. That's why we invited you here to tell us about tomorrow. So we'll be seeing you there.
See you, Gary. I just know that we're here for good.
Yeah.
We're here for you, and tomorrow is going to be awesome at the Labadi Beach Hotel.
Nice one. Thank you very much. So Clementia is from Standard Chartered Bank. Please join us tomorrow. So yeah, if you watched yesterday's game, you might have noticed that some of the new Premier League rules started, that's Man City versus Burnley, started kicking in. For example, time wasting they are going to try to reduce time wasting or to make up for the lost time in games, because apparently research from the Premier League show that in the average 90-minute game, only 66 minutes is actually played. The rest is just time wasting stuff. So injuries, fouls, and so on and so forth. They want to make sure that the footballers actually play a lot of the football as much as possible. So there's a raft of rules, including this one. What's it with the VAR? Are there going to be changes? Well, Gary Neville, former Man United great, and Jamie Carragher, former Liverpool great as well, sat down with Howard Webb to discuss the new rules and stuff like that. We'll be playing that for you shortly. However, in transfers, it's all kicking off. What a transfer season we've had this summer. It's not disappointing. Premier League have spent north of 1 billion already, and the window is not even we have about another 4 weeks to go or something like that. The next league to have spent anything close remotely is 500 million. That's how far away the Premier League is from anywhere else. Yesterday on Game Plan, our hits show, we had an extensive discussion on the top Premier League transfers, the drama around them, plus the antecedents and how they are affecting transfers across Europe and across the world as well. Myself, Philip Atrim, Muftar Nabila, Daniel Cranting, we're all here in this studio to talk about it. And so on this repeat of Game Plan, we also announced the new signing of our new sponsors. The show hosted by Fentu Tahiru Fentu. Enjoy.
Very shortly. But what's coming up on the show today? I think you can guess from our excitement, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, Nime.
All protocol observed.
Welcome to the show. Moise Caicedo. Moise Caicedo. Moise Caicedo. Moise Caicedo.
The way they look at you through his glasses.
All right. The show is, of course, the show is live and sharing them with the rest of our listeners from across the globe. So today we are talking transfers. Of course, today also happens to be the day Kete Kriku filed his nomination to become GFA president for the second time. We'll talk about that towards the end of the show. Georgia Free is also filing his nomination today. Yesterday, Gifty Owari did a whole launch for ESCO seat. There's that to come. But this is where we are beginning with, okay? Chelsea had been in the transfer market for Moises Caicedo all summer. Chelsea had seemed like the only club interested in him. Chelsea had several bids rejected for Caicedo. The last bid, of course, was something in the region of 80 million. Southampton rejected it. The impression was they would accept something that amounted to £100 million. Chelsea were getting ready to bid £100 million. possibly 90 million plus 10 million in add-ons. Then late last night, Liverpool swept in with an undercard. And then they went and had a bid of 111 million pounds accepted for Moises Caicedo. Now, Chelsea went to bid late as well, with the package worth the 100 million pounds that they had been dragging their feet about. But Liverpool obviously had bid way more. So Liverpool got their bid accepted. And so suddenly it looked like the player was heading to Liverpool. This morning I woke up, I did Twitter Spaces. My heart almost left my soul. It was that bad, bro. Like, it was awful. I felt like
seen the tweet before.
I felt like Chelsea had lost out on one of the priciest assets they could ever imagine. Okay, they needed this player. Chelsea lost N'Golo Kante. They lost Jorginho. They lost Kovacic.
Oh, man.
Chelsea needed experienced players. Now they have Conor Gallagher, Gallaris. They have Enzo Fernandez, 100 million sideways passing every day. So they needed. Hold on, they needed midfielders. Okay, they targeted Caicedo. Nobody seemed interested. So Chelsea were dilly-dallying. They said add Levi Colwell. They said no, they won't add Levi Colwell. He's not for sale. So bring 100 million. They said no. Suddenly, Liverpool went in, had a bid accepted. And so we were all sad. Okay? Daniel came on my space this morning and sang. Daniel, what was your song this morning?
You look so dumb right now.
Oh.
You better hurry up.
Oh, you look so
outside my door.
Oh,
you trying to apologize. You're so ugly when you cry.
Please.
Don't tell me you're sorry, but you know.
You are criminals.
That was the theme this morning. Every Chelsea fan, every Chelsea player, every Chelsea manager looking so dumb right now.
Oh,
my brother, the life, the way God has designed the life, today you can be the saddest, and in few hours
you'll be the happiest.
My brother, it only took 3 hours.
Only 3 hours.
Only 3 hours. And then boom, Fabrizio tweeted. He said Caicedo has told Liverpool he's not coming. He only wants Chelsea.
Yeah.
You had a bid accepted for the player. You want to sign a player. You've gone to talk to the player's owners, but you've not spoken to the player himself. Then listen to the craziest part. Then at a press conference this morning, Mr. Jurgen Klopp, who says he only builds and says the day somebody signs a player for 100 million pounds, that's the day he leaves football. After having a bid for 111 million accepted, he came to the press conference, not having spoken to the player, even though they booked a medical for him. And then he said he has been told to confirm that they have had a bid for Moises Caicedo
accepted.
That he has been told to confirm.
Accepted.
They've had a bid for Moises Caicedo accepted.
Third party.
But
third party talk, so you can't talk.
But he says we will see what happens. And he saw what happened. He saw what happened. The player said he's not coming. And now, as we speak right now, Chelsea are preparing another bid for Moises Caicedo, who has said he only wants Chelsea. And all Chelsea needs to do is match Liverpool's offer for him. And boom.
This one deserves a song. But you put on quite a show. Really had me going. Now it's time to go. Curtains finally closing. That was quite a show. Very entertaining. But it's over now. Go on and take a bath.
On a more serious note, there are many people here who are in the wrong profession.
Why be cues and lyrics you guys?
Anyway, so that's the background. That's the background. That's our topic number 1. Topic number 2, Hurricane. Harry, to me, Harry, to me, Daddy Lumba, Harry, to me, Daddy Lumba say, Harry,
Bayern
Munich say, to me, oh, my brother. Harry Kane was on the way. Transfer window. How can you not love this drama? He was on the way to the airport. They said, your man, Levy, is in America. The time zone, it wasn't good for him. He said, I'm sleeping. Wait over there. Go back. Where are you going?
Charlie, if he this is a man pass man power.
So Harry Kane checked into a family house that is near the airport. Now waiting for Daniel Levy to wake up in America.
Brush his teeth, have his coffee, take his bath, open his laptop and do a Zoom with Bayern.
No, but if you know Daniel Levy, you remember the Modric deal?
Charlie, even Berbatov to money.
Oh, you are talking.
And similar to Gareth Bale.
Yes.
Gareth Bale to Real Madrid. Hey. Oh God, that man. Oh God.
For loans,
I think Brighton just learned from Daniel Levy. They just learned from him.
Yeah.
The way they are able to pull off some of these deals. I recall, was it in 2012, when Madrid was going to Chelsea?
To Real Madrid.
No, Chelsea too were interested.
Chelsea were paid.
Yes, £40 million there. They were saying no.
Yeah. In fact, Levy was instrumental in calling Real Madrid and saying, "I've got this midfielder. He will use La Liga. He will see the Spanish league. Do you want him because he wants to go, but I don't want him to play in England against me."
So, I'm not selling him to
I'm not selling him to.
He's not going to Chelsea.
And if Harry Kane was going to go to any Premier League club, that was going to be around 160 million. He just knows it's out of the reach.
No one would be willing to pay that.
Absolutely. He did it to Man City. Man United might have inquired about him, and the answer would have been 160 for a player who has a year on his contract. But Bayern Munich comes, Una says sell him, and they're like, yeah, why not? Let's push him to Bayern. Reinvest in maybe another area. So yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let's talk about the issues now. Of course, so Harry Kane is also stuck at the airport, waiting for the go-ahead to fly to Munich to complete that deal. 100 million euros is how much Bayern are paying for him, plus 20 million in add-ons. So that's a lot of money.
Plenty.
The Bayern Munich have never bought a player that expensive. They're going out of their way to make sure this transfer happens. So there's another drama unfolding there. We'll get to it. Just before we came on, of course, David Moyes confirmed that they've also had a bid accepted for Harry Maguire. Another Harry. Too many Harrys today. DJ, let's go. They deserve a song. Enjoy.
Defensive midfielders.
Yeah.
Across the globe, you don't have many of them, and the top scouts in the top teams are aware of this. So the clubs that have got the few, if like world-class DMs or central midfielders are also aware that there's a global shortage for them. So they know the value now, because if you don't have many on the market, it means that the few that are there are going to go for a price because it's going to be competitive. So Declan Rice has moved to Arsenal for over 100 million. We saw Tchouaméni from Monaco to Real Madrid only last season for, close to 90 million.
Yeah.
We saw Casemiro at his age move to Man United for a region of 75 to 80 million. We've seen these numbers because they know the elite clubs, elite scouts on your list. When you want to pin down top quality CDMs, there aren't many around.
Yeah.
So Brighton know this, and that is why when people said that Brighton will keep a player hostage, and to a large extent, even if Kudus goes to Brighton, they won't allow him to go, I said categorically that it made no sense, that it was nonsense. The issues are different. You can't box it all up, right? Because the same club has sold McAllister, they've sold Bissouma, they've sold, but the profile of player Caicedo is, everybody in the world realizes that there are many of them. And even Chelsea do realize this. Liverpool know this. Now, this is what Brighton have done that is brilliant. Brighton have never said they are not going to sell Caicedo. They always knew they were going to sell him, but they were not going to sell him. And Brighton said something again, that they were placing Caicedo in the region of Declan Rice. They made it clear. Only in January, they rejected a bid from Arsenal close to 80 million.
Yeah.
Now, a few months on, you think they are going to accept a deal around the same region when they've just seen Declan Rice, a player who they profile in the same region as Caicedo live for 100 million? No. So what Brighton were doing well was like, okay, he's going to go, but we are holding on to him because we know his value on the market. We know there are lots of teams who need players like him. So they're not going to let him go to Chelsea for Chelsea's initial offers, which started from 65 million, 75 million, went to 80 million. And then they said, Chelsea were like, okay. And Chelsea thought nobody would come until Liverpool did the back door, went into bed, and then put that money on the table. Now, here's the thing. For Brighton as well, this was all they were looking for.
Okay.
They were looking for a bidding war, because when there's a bidding war, it is the highest bidder who wins. It is not the person.
And it drives up the price.
Yes, it is not the person who pays the valuation of the player. If Brighton are valuing the player 100 million and Liverpool tables 105 million, Liverpool wins the bid if it's a bidding war. So Liverpool's bid was accepted over Chelsea's, and now the player was scheduled to have a medical with Liverpool. It has been said now that the player has chosen Chelsea because he gave them his word some months ago. I know Chelsea fans are happy. They are celebrating it. But the reason why I understand why Klopp said what he said in his conference and Pochettino couldn't say that is that there are two different scenarios here. Let's not mix it. Liverpool's bid with Brighton has been accepted. It's a fact. And so Klopp only confirmed the fact. Klopp didn't say they have the player. He said they have an agreement with Brighton. Pending other issues. I think he said something about pending other issues or other details which he didn't speak about. For Pochettino, even though Caicedo has been rumored to have said he wants to go to Chelsea, his club have not raised the money to go for the other bid that will match Liverpool's recent bid.
So there was nothing to report.
There was nothing. What can he say?
Yes, that's the point. So
he still doesn't have an agreement with Brighton. They might have personal terms agreed with the player, but that doesn't transfer the player. It is the transfer fee agreed with the selling club that moves the player if the player agrees to move on wages. So Caicedo might have said that he wants to go to Chelsea, which we hear now is the case. But now Chelsea would have to maybe then match Liverpool's bid. Otherwise, Caicedo is still a Brighton player. And that is where Chelsea are. So Chelsea must go look for the Mason Mount money. They go from Man United, top up small, and then go.
You needed to go to that area.
Just by
Mason Mount, Kai Havertz.
That money. Yeah, that money. They have to. The Saudi money they got, they have to just go and shake the pot small and see all the coins that is left and they put it. That's by the way. But so that's the issue.
But is a man within the time zone, the UK time zone?
Oh, he's there.
Todboli.
Yeah, he's there. Todboli, he makes you. He cannot run away from it. So I think that in itself is why Caicedo's move, Caicedo's value has gone up. And friends, let's be honest. Look around the world of football. Liverpool needs a DM. Lavia, Adams, they are all step down. They are all downgrades of Caicedo, to be fair. Right? Look around the world of football. There are many.
Why is Caicedo so special, though?
Right. We've seen him play in the Premier League.
He's only have a full one full season of 1.5. The other half.
How many seasons did Enzo Fernandez play? He didn't even play a full season with Benfica.
No, he didn't.
And he moved on. And you see, when you compare Enzo Fernandez's World Cup performance in Argentina to Caicedo's performance in Ecuador, I say Caicedo also had a very good World Cup. In fact, for his position, scored very good goals for Ecuador as well. You're not expecting Ecuador to win the World Cup, so that is also part of his profile.
They didn't make it out of their group.
Yeah, but you're not expecting them to win the World Cup anyway. Ecuador, nobody was expecting them to do. But for his individual performance, nobody could have said Caicedo didn't have a good World Cup. Just like Kudus, Ghana was never going to get out of the group when you saw the draw, but Kudus came out of the World Cup as a
Which
shining
people
star.
were you talking to? The people I was talking to, they thought they were going to win the World Cup. But let's go on.
And the people he worked with. So that is the point, right? And so after Moise Caicedo, who? Ugarte has gone to PSG. Enzo Fernandez is with Chelsea. Lavia and
Tyler
Adams. They are
downgrades.
They are downgrades of Caicedo, to be honest, to be fair. So it's not because Caicedo might be a special talent. It's simply because in the position that he plays, globally, just as strikers, there's a general shortage.
And to be fair, they're also now going for 100 millions because, Declan Rice, you mentioned, 100 million.
Because the scouts and the big teams, all of them, you see, one thing about football at the elite level is the data Arsenal have on players
Chelsea to have.
It's not different from what Chelsea,
of
City, Madrid, Barca have got. They've not. That is why clubs like Real Madrid, Barcelona realized this early, and now Chelsea, and decided to go beyond the initial points of data picking, and go and pick talents that nobody has even heard of. So when Florentino Perez sent scouts to Brazil and South America to go and discover talents before their names even get mentioned, this was the purpose. Because the moment they fall on the first scouts radar, they are going to be shared among some elite clubs. Then the tracking becomes a problem. So Brighton did the same.
And they continue to do the same.
They continue to do the same.
Yeah.
So as long as teams begin to drop where they pick their data from, Brighton will go lower. So if they are dropping to 17-year-olds, Brighton will go to 10-year-olds. They'll go to 9-year-olds.
Here's my other issue. And Daniel, I'll bring you in on this. Isn't it, when you look at the philosophy and the direction, that's the word I really want to use, that it appears these new owners are going with Chelsea, where they've invested an awful lot on a lot of youngsters. Isn't this whole pursuit of £100 million players in complete variance with maybe what they're trying to do? Because on the one hand, there's the impression that Chelsea wants to build for the future. On the other hand, there's the impression that they have to get top quality players for £100+ million. They already have £100 million player. They're getting another £100 million player. And if I'm watching them, I'm folding my arms and I'm looking at the two of them, I don't think I'm looking at £200 million midfielders. You get my point.
I do.
So, how do you reconcile these two? The edge to be competitive against the edge to build with trusted youngsters. And Chelsea went to preseason with very good youngsters who obviously you don't expect to win the league or even go on and compete for Champions League places. But if you're building, you have to be patient. Arteta came to Arsenal 2 consecutive seasons. They missed out on Champions League football. In the third year, look at them. Arsenal smiled for the larger part of last season, and they have very big expectations going into this season.
No, the third year, they also didn't make Champions League.
Thank you. The third year. So, 4th year was last year. Yeah. Thank you. So, a bit of patience there. They trusted the manager. He built, and now look at them. What's going on at Chelsea? Where is the straight jacket direction that they're going? Because it seems very convoluted for me.
Friends, again, I'll allude to what Sicho said. In as much as yes, Chelsea have identified that they want to build, and that has clearly been the message of the owners. The talents that are springing up, and also because of the shared data, because of the shared knowledge, teams know what you need. That is one. They can identify you and look at your strengths, your weaknesses, and clearly tell what you need in your team. That is one. Number 2, the talents are known by everybody. So even if you want to go down to the roots and buy players who are quote-unquote unknowns, maybe for the average football fan, they are unknown. But when it comes to the football people, they know exactly who those players are. So you take a look at the Ugochukwu guy. There's no reason why Ugochukwu should be costing Chelsea 30 million euros.
Yeah.
But this is the market we are in, because the selling club knows that, one, this guy has quality. If we sell him for anything less, in the next 2 or 3 seasons, some of the big clubs in Europe will come when they feel like he's ready, and that price will be inflated. So then we have to cash out, and we have to cash out now. So then it's going to be expensive. You look at the Mudryk deal. Mudryk is not an 80 million euro player. Yet, when Arsenal went in, they were negotiating. Chelsea comes in, it becomes a bidding war. Price goes up. It's a mixture of the market and the times that we are in. So you need to understand that. My confusion with this Caicedo thing is, for me, it was 2 birds with 1 stone for Chelsea at the start of the whole negotiation process.
Yeah.
He fits the bill, as in he's young, he still hasn't realized his full potential, and he fits exactly what you are trying to do. He doesn't need time to hit the ground running because he already has that Premier League experience. Mm-hmm. You've already set precedent of buying an over 100 million midfielder, almost 100 million winger. You've blown money, so you've already told us that if you deem it necessary to get in somebody who can help you immediately, you would want to do it. And then Brighton quotes their price. You've already done business with Brighton before. You know how they are. Mm-hmm. In fact, and I'm not going to situate this on just Brighton. Look, if you know how much the TV deal in the past, let me say 10 years, has changed the face of the Premier League, you understand why
the mid-table teams are powerful.
West Ham can look at 90 million and say they don't want. You are listening to me, you think it's money.
Charlie, Brentford,
for the Premier League teams,
Brentford are buying a Fiorentina player. Brentford.
Look, and that is where football fans need to start understanding things from. When you hear team owners from the rest of Europe complaining about how the Premier League are literally monopolizing the transfer market. Premier League, as at now, has spent 1.6 billion. The second most spending league has spent 500 million. It's almost a what? A
3 times.
Mention the name is Serie A.
Serie A. 1 billion. £1 billion pound difference.
They had that money because their clubs push more. They go into Europe, they get some money.
Yeah. That is where we are. So, don't look at Brighton and say they're a small team. Don't look at West Ham and say they're a small team.
Brentford.
Because that's why West Ham can go to Lyon and take their most prized asset in Paqueta, bring him in for good money, pay him about 3 times what he's earning at Lyon. If you look at the amount Thomas Partey was earning at Atletico Madrid, the bottom side teams in the Premier League can all pay him better than that.
They fast paying their players better.
He said he was anywhere 8,000 euros a week.
Can you imagine?
That's criminal, eh?
Premier League is powerful. They have money.
The Saudi of Europe.
So when it comes to deals between 2 Premier League teams, just know that the prices
you
are
have to pay.
Look, they will go up. And because if I'm a Brighton, I know that aside Real Madrid, no other team can come and pay 100 million. No other team outside England can come and pay 100 million for Caicedo. If they do, they'll go bankrupt. So then, once you know that the player is a prize asset, once you know that teams will come for him, you just take your time. By all means, somebody will pay. We've seen it time and time again.
They will pay.
Man, you went for Jack Grealish. Aston Villa said, Boga, 100 million.
Quick.
Man, you said they don't want. Pep called. Green. Charlie Sheikh said he'll send the money. Quick! And they release the player. We've seen it time and time again. We are tired of this thing.
In fact, even for Declan Rice, City went there, they say 85. Ateta said,
I think, what's the name of that girl?
Aluko.
Yes.
Stop.
She don't do it.
If Arsenal didn't go back, Pep will take the boy.
Even now, Paqueta.
Look,
Paqueta. What did Moyes say? What did David Moyes say today? He said we've received the bid for him, but it's nowhere near our valuation of the player.
Now they've agreed on 110 million euros.
There you go.
From as I said,
from Man City.
We are sitting here saying Brighton Atchison.
It's crazy.
Times have changed. So for me, I understand why players are that expensive. But again, for me, Chelsea have done themselves. Because if you had bid 100 million,
they would have wrapped it up long ago.
Now you are going to have to pay 10 million extra.
Yeah.
And you've already
because you delayed that
by bringing in Tyler Adams, who I don't think Chelsea needed. I think if Chelsea were able to wrap up the Caicedo deal long ago, they wouldn't have gone in for Tyler Adams. But again, Chelsea are lucky. Let's not do like they pull some master stroke. They are lucky
that the boy likes the team.
The boy's father is a Chelsea fan.
And say he just wants Chelsea in this state. Hey, Boga.
Is that also probably because the personal term Chelsea maybe are paying more, and they don't?
There is that. And also they agreed those deals back in May.
Yeah, but even then, I think now there might have been something more. And maybe Liverpool don't want to upset their wage structure, and Chelsea are looking at
because Chelsea are in a very precarious situation.
Like there are people who are very principled. When I give you my word, I give you my word.
There's that as well.
And apparently, South Americans, especially the ones from Ecuador, are like that. The Brazilians, not so much.
They'll come for you.
Somebody says something. He says, "What if Brighton allowed Chelsea to match Liverpool's bid? Tell the both of them that the winner of their game on Sunday takes the
This guy is writing a script. Is he not?
Okay, so right now, this is a good time for us to announce that Sunday's game is officially the Caicedo Derby.
That's right. That's right.
It's the Caicedo Derby.
One of the people who is not happy Caicedo is going to Chelsea has come in here.
Who is that?
This man.
Our CEO.
DJ.
HR. Now.
DJ.
DJ. You want what?
I'm dedicating a song to the Liverpool fans.
Okay.
You see, the God we serve, and when I say the God we serve, I'm talking as a Chelsea fan.
Wait, you are a Chelsea fan?
Today,
okay.
75% of my family are Blues.
That's right, including your mother.
Including my mother.
Yes.
I don't want my mother to be unhappy.
That's right.
So when my mother smiles, I smile.
Right. Then there's food at home.
Thank you. So I'm dedicating this song to Liverpool fans. It's not always about money.
That's right.
You also have to have pulling power. DJ, let's go.
Before we continue the show, this message is from
China man say it is XO.
It is X.
Tell me to take time before I get used to the XO.
Is what?
X.
What is that? Please, is what?
X, formerly known as Twitter.
Have you ever gone to xxx.com before? Do you know what is there? I'm never saying X in my life.
What has X got to do with triple X?
If you have X. No, hold on. If I have X and you have X and Daniel has X, how many X's?
And Muftar has X.
We are doing one X.
Which one?
The one you know.
Is it your X or my X?
Your X.
Okay. Super Shiva says, I like that. The Caicedo derby on Sunday.
Yeah.
That will be fireworks. This one says, Fento has made a good point. Chelsea seems to be in panic mode. They are doing buy and sell, thinking they are rebuilding a team. Eric Enzo Houseboy. He says, good afternoon, guys. I think my club didn't do well by not paying 100 million when Brighton first asked. So we have to pay more than that, more than what they are asking. It's bad business. This one says, Sicho, this be why I like your matter. Always speaking facts before banter. Klopp said what he was told and also pointed out it is up to the player. So facts are facts.
He said something about the player. Yeah,
yes.
It's up to the player. That's what he said.
Marvin says there was a time £100 million used to get you real superstars, but now the market really spoil. This one is from Abubakar Abdul Samad. He says, please, we should change the program name to Chelsea Game Plan because today, Gambero says, so Chelsea spent over 8 months twerking over Moises Caicedo only for Liverpool to remove his underwear, and finally Chelsea comes to have sex with her. Media Makai. It's an analogy.
Why we put it like that?
People's minds are always in so many different places. Danny Ochi says, Fedro de Sport Daddy Lumba in song. Is it your song? That Lumba is not complaining. Why are you complaining on his behalf? I don't understand that. All right. More messages. This one says, where's my mouse? Okay, go. Here we go. It says my prediction for Chelsea versus Liverpool is 1-1. So it's Chelsea 1, Liverpool 2. Okay, Liverpool midfield is stronger, and I'm a true Liverpool fan. This one says teams with no value. I remember when Arsenal went for Declan Rice, all hell broke loose. That why were they paying 100 million for him? This is a player Arteta has been tracking for years, and that's the hallmark of Arteta. Why he got his target so early in the market? Now Klopp has X all over his face, and if he has principles, he should have resigned by now. Shameless. Can you imagine Trossard was bought for less than 30 million for that gem? Someone wake me up as an Arsenal fan. Anyways, I'm enjoying the new house of top-notch branding and infrastructure. Yesterday is someone's today. No names mentioned. Godwin in North Carnegie. This message says, all right, cool. This one says, Chelsea management is behaving like Ghana government. Henry, yes, Henry in Kaswa sent that. This one says, okay, all right, where is it? Where are the rest of my messages? I'm not finding them. Okay, please rectify it for me. Right. 05511119997. Also, the hashtag is Game Plan on Twitter. I'm going to. Sorry.
Yeah, the messages are in.
There's one from
Rodrigo De Paul.
The bedroom. You have to add the bedroom. Then they qualify the name.
His name was Bedroom. Agari, find them for me. Thank you. Bedroom, Rodrigo De Paul.
Here you go.
Okay, go on now. There you go. Oh, that. No. You found the wrong one. Okay, my messages machine is fooling. It is fooling. It's fooling. My brother,
it.
You found it.
Yeah.
I'm Bedroom Rodrigo De Paul from La Paz. Liverpool went to
Let's
Brighton.
analyze that. What does that mean? If somebody says I'm bedroom Rodrigo De Paul, that means Obeja will be an answer then.
But that's what it means because Rodrigo De Paul they always protect Messi.
He's in America. Did you see?
Yeah, you go make sure Messi is comfortable there.
The thing is becoming weird. The thing is becoming weird though. What are you doing in America?
Messi is his friend.
Messi is a married man.
You can't go and visit. No, you can't go and visit your friends.
And you know the funniest thing.
You know they visit friends.
You know the funniest thing. Yeah. He made sure they took a picture.
Yes.
So that the picture goes out.
Yes.
So that they would say, Rodrigo De Paul and Messi again.
He's going to visit his friend. When Messi retires, the day Messi retires, he also retire.
He says Liverpool went to Brighton with 140 million and got Caicedo and McAllister. We went to Brighton with 140 million, came back with Cucurella, Potter, with Stanley, Bruno Salto, and Robert Sanchez. Sad, he says. Okay, interesting. All right, game plan on 99.7 Joe FM. Listen, we've still got a lot to talk about. The drama at White Hart Lane involving Harry Kane is also unfolding. There is some drama at Manchester United as well, or is it West Ham rather? And now there's breaking news coming in that Tyler Adams' move to Chelsea has collapsed. Okay, I said it.
He alluded to it that
Tyler Adams,
if Caicedo is coming there,
they wouldn't go for.
No, but I think they need him because he's different from Enzo. He's different from Caicedo. He's not better than any of them. But Chelsea just don't have the numbers in midfield. They don't have the numbers in midfield. And it's cheap to get unless they have to socket his money
and use it to sort things out.
Okay, yeah, so then that one then broke small.
Interesting. So, yes, don't worry.
Small.
We'll talk about that very, very briefly. But the show game plan is brought to you by Betway and Petrosol. Let me tell you about Betway and Petrosol.
Speaking of Petro, you have to do it well. Petrosol.
Yeah. Speaking of Betway, shall I clap for them? Clap for them.
The
Betway guys have brought us gifts, and the gifts are lying here. Those of you are not watching on Facebook Live on YouTube, I feel for you. But let me describe it. They are nicely packaged boxes.
Yeah, man.
Lauren, turn over to Twitter.
You see, since we are in a song mood, we three kings of Betway era, bearing gifts of tires afar, fill them fountain more and mountain following yonder.
Hold on.
Let me tell you something about this guy.
Relax.
I have a story about this guy.
Hey, Daniel, relax.
First, I have a story about this guy.
George the Sultan has come. George, come here. Where's George?
Sultan.
Come here.
Sultan
of
Betway.
The Sultan of Betway.
But since Sultan married, have you seen his cheeks?
And stomach, yes.
Because tap into your blessing, my brother.
Sultan, what is in the box?
Open it.
Okay, hold on. Unveil it.
I see behind you. Get way more.
Yes.
I see behind you, George. Behind you. Get way more.
So we can open our boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
4 coupons!
Hey! Maybe added 4 coupons from Petrosol. I like this collaboration. I like this collaboration.
Betro.
A
quick prayer.
Okay, for who?
Quick prayer.
For who?
See, we serve a living God.
Yes.
Hey, where's the camera? Hey, cameraman.
Oh, the camera is facing you. It's right there. Like, look at it here.
A quick prayer.
Yes.
You see, we serve a prayer answering God. This morning when I woke up, I said, Lord Jesus,
I don't have fuel in my car.
Do something for your son today.
That's right.
And you see, he uses mysterious ways to bless us.
That's
you understand? Right. Lord Jesus, do something for me. As I'm sitting here, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4,
6.
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want.
Today be keys and lyrics.
It really is. Okay.
Green pastures.
Daniel, thank you very much. But let me tell you about this. George, thank you. How are you?
I'm not surprised though.
You said you wanted to say something for
this guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's my mate in tech.
You went to school. You were classmates.
You were on the same level. We were the same level.
Like not classmates.
Yeah. And the
please, that's classmates.
No, course-mates in the university.
Course-mates.
Why? The university don't sit in a class.
No, we don't sit in a class. We do the same. We do courses. Charlie,
why? Hold on.
Why do you want to defend this one?
Every building the class.
Why do you want to?
The course.
You don't go to class in the university.
Is it because you know the chalkboard?
You go for what?
You go for lectures.
And your teachers are not teachers.
You don't read subjects in the university. You read courses. Boga, you know, so don't defend this. Boga.
No, he doesn't know. He went to Legon.
Why you want
Legon? Is it again?
Maybe Legon Johnson's.
I'm shocked. Joe boy.
Sultan be tech boy.
That's why I will not. You see, I won't take this Legon. I won't let it go. But you see, that's not why we are here. No, but you were saying something.
My adjacent room, neighbors.
Yes.
They were his classmates. Pipi, Banana, Adan, those boys. If this guy they come the room, it is Zook Cho playing to you.
Hey, really?
It's and one say it is Zook playing to you.
That is he has a reputation.
Oh no, Sultan the hard guy.
Sultan.
My guy from swag.
God, I
Sultan.
see.
You have Sultan this afternoon. Thank you. Thank you to Betway for the nice gifts. Thank you very much. Let me tell you more about Betway. Are you ready to get way more back with Betway in the new season? Use the golden booking code that you can find on the Betway site and place your risk-free bet from 25 to 27th August or 25th to 27th August. Guaranteed to give you 100% back as a free bet of up to 50 cedis if you lose. Remember, Betway is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Terms and conditions apply. Betway, bet your way. Petrosol are also here. Every drop matters. Yes, just as every penny counts. Did you know good quality fuel enhances your vehicle performance and reduces maintenance costs? I knew that. So I've never bought my fuel from elsewhere except at Petrosol. Last time I went to buy fuel from some place, Charlie, I bought the fuel. The thing, it was burning faster than anything I've ever experienced in my life.
Jolly juice. Oh. It was Jolly juice that they gave me.
So take no risk, okay? Take no risk in times like this. All you need is value for your money. Look no further. Drive to the next Petrosol fuel station. Yes, Petrosol, your go-to station for accurate quantity of high-quality fuel. Be a happy customer. Fill with smiles. Drive more smiles. Fill with smiles, drive more miles, and save some money.
No, I like that last line. Say it again. Let me
it says, be a happy customer, fill with smiles, drive more miles, and save some money.
If you don't say it well, you bite your tongue.
That's true.
Say it fast.
Yes. Be a happy customer, fill the smiles. Hey.
We tell you.
You remember?
Nobody.
All right, let me take it again. Be a happy customer, fill with smiles, drive more miles, and save some money.
Thank you.
Petrosol, your clean fuel in full quantity. Petrosol, always a delightful experience.
Thanks very much.
We'll be back after this really, really short commercial break. Game Plan on 99.7 Joy FM, also live on Hits 103.9 FM, streaming live on YouTube and Facebook on the Joy 99.7 FM handles. The show is live and interactive. Use the hashtag Game Plan to get in touch with us with your messages, and lots of you have been sending in your thoughts on what we've been talking about, primarily the Moses Caicedo to Liverpool or Chelsea deal, because neither club has wrapped up a deal just yet for his signature. But briefly, let me tell you about Duraplus for over
Joy 99.7 FM.
1xBet Jackpot is here with weekly massive prizes up for grabs. All you have to do is place your bets on any sports game and stand a chance to win. Simply register at 1xbet.com.gh. Use promo code JackpotGhana and place your bets. 1xBet is your key to great victories. Feel like a winner. 1xBet. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
Top up your airtime with 5 Ghana Cedi or more in Vodafone's demo promotion and receive up to 20% of your money back per demo.
Vodafone. Joy 99.7 FM. 99.7 FM. Joy 99.7 FM.
Leading pharmacies, restaurants, pubs, barber shops, boutiques, fruit shops, provision shops, cold stores. Business. Just log on to
Joy 99.7 FM.
Deal collapsing. What's really going on there? Just issue.
Explanations as to why, but I think it's tied down. It's tied into the Moise Caicedo thing. I'm
Maybe
not sure.
Chelsea don't have enough money left after all.
Maybe, just maybe.
Interesting.
It could be the reason why they were trying to pay 80 million and have some more than to spend on Tyler Adams and still get the 2. But now that they are so keen on getting Moise Caicedo, they might have to ditch Tyler Adams and pay more money for Moise Caicedo.
Interesting. Remember, there's Premier League starting today. The Premier League is starting today, this evening.
Life begins tonight.
That's right. Manchester City are kicking us off with their title defense. We'll talk about that briefly, where Arsenal stands. Also, the Joy Sports FPL code will be out today, and the guys will share their predictions. But let's move the conversation on to Harry Kane, Gary.
The Caicedo derby, right?
Yes.
Like I said, Chelsea-Liverpool
on Sunday.
We'll be at Labadi Beach.
Yes.
With our partner Standard Chartered Bank.
That's right.
Yep. So you have been reading their tagline. What's it? Standard Chartered here for good.
That's right.
So we are with them at Labadi Beach.
Fantastic.
The game starting at 3:30.
True.
Yeah. So
drive by. It's free.
It's free.
Come on, watch the game together. Let's have fun. That's the Premier League begins on Sunday when Chelsea plays Liverpool. I said it.
Any other game is not important.
The other leagues don't like it because people are saying football begins today.
Daniel said life.
He said life begins today. Other people say football begins today.
So we'll
join
be
us
there
on Sunday.
Labadi Beach.
On
Sunday. Guys, let's move it on. The biggest drama wasn't just the Caicedo one. Of course, it took all the headline. But on the sidelines, ordinarily, if that was happening alone without any other thing happening in there would have been massive noise. Harry Kane is on his way to the airport, apparently after Tottenham Hotspur agreed a deal for him to join Bayern Munich, 100 million euros plus 20 million in add-ons. Guy's on his way to the airport. He gets a call from Tottenham's top brass. They say, don't go, you stay. Apparently, Levy and all the other top brass at Spurs are trying to renegotiate certain terms in the contract and what have you. But that is on one side. The other side is yesterday, Michael Owen really blew the whole internet apart when he said that staying at Tottenham Hotspur and beating the Alan Shearer record of the most goals by any player in the Premier League is a far more valuable achievement, personal legacy than going to Bayern Munich and winning the Champions League. And he didn't. If he had stopped there, I wouldn't have taken any offense. He says, if it were another top 3 or top 6 Premier League team, and
Kenya problem.
But Bayern party. He said Bayern. What did you say about Bayern? He said Bayern are really not. Is that a team that just wins the league and there's no competition there? And if Harry Kane wins the Champions League, it wouldn't be as valuable. This is coming from the guy that went to Real Madrid. They sat on the bench throughout the entire time, came back and didn't care that he had played for Liverpool. Went to join their rivals, got an easy Premier League title.
Thought you win a Champions League and it swerved him because Pep existed.
Yeah, he was there for the 2011 final, I believe. Yes. But listen, I don't know what you make of Aldi Gary. You haven't spoken much. But that is a very interesting take from Michael Owen. First of all, the drama. I think whatever happens, Harry Kane.
Gary's fire tweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not just tweet.
I think
there was a more fire one on Facebook.
Yeah. I think what is certain is that Kane will definitely leave. Or whatever happens, he will leave.
I've just seen this giving the green light. Is going to the airport.
There you go. So he's definitely leaving. Now the question is, back to what Owen said. Whether or not
some are facts, some are not. Some
okay, I'm listening.
Some are symptoms of, or they feel like the condescension, and they've earned it because growing up, Serie A was the thing, right? And then at a point, Bundesliga, but Serie A because of the Berlusconi millions and everything that was happening with Juventus and their money, it was the place to go and play football. I mean, they were breaking transfer records at a point. They had 7 of the top 10 most expensive players in the world done in one transfer window. Wow. So we know the Premier League have earned the right. They sat down, did their homework. From 1992, they branded their league better than anybody else. And when you brand better, what happens? You increase the top of mind awareness. You create a perception that you are better. The football follows mostly because you have the best players in the world coming. What the Premier League probably did better than anyone has done in history is that they went further than anybody else to get the best talent.
Yeah.
They went faster at branding their league and creating the impression, giving us the hype. Also, they gave us more entertainment than anybody has ever done.
Okay.
To make the league look scripted. So, on that score, in terms of excitement and in terms of brand appeal, Michael Owen is right.
Okay.
What I didn't like was the fact that he made and I need to put this in one box.
Okay.
The fact that the top scorer award in England is more valuable, or what's the word again? More.
It's a
bigger legacy or achievement than the Bundesliga.
He didn't just talk about. He wasn't saying specifically about top scorer in a single season.
No, of all time. Of all time. Yeah. That's what he said.
There's no chance Kane becomes the top scorer of the Bundesliga of all time.
No,
that's not going to happen. He doesn't have enough time.
And Jamie Carragher took that true pass and went a step further by saying that when people think of Alan Shearer, they don't think about his Premier League title.
Okay, he doesn't have many.
Yes.
He has one.
He has just one. And that they think, because you see, Alan Shearer's team, management team, the only thing they can sell for Alan Shearer is the fact that he's top scorer in the Premier League of all time.
Okay.
Cristiano Ronaldo has 1,000 things he can sell. Messi has 1,000 things he can sell.
He has 900.
You understand? He literally has 900 and something different records he can sell.
Yeah.
Lewandowski, plenty.
Yeah.
Let's name the others. Zizou. Kylian Mbappe even has many things to sell. Harry Kane, what does he have really?
Spurs captain.
England captain. England top goal scorer.
Alan Shearer and so on. Even Wayne Rooney. You see, if Wayne Rooney had gone to another league and done something credible, the way records are being broken now, it's difficult for a certain generation of football lovers. They have even forgotten Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
Unless you bring the highlights reel and they remember that Charlie Rooney to do some
baller. Yeah.
So I feel like the condescension is because of the sheer power, and that is not Michael Owen's fault. That is a plus for the Premier League. But if you look critically at the might of Bayern Munich, and you see, what's his name? The Telegraph chief writer, Henry Winter, was saying this. The size of the team is going. Bayern Munich is not a team. It's an institution.
Yes.
And I need to repeat that. It's not a team. It's an institution. So yes, granted. I mean, they counter to win the Bundesliga 11 times, whatever. But how many times have Manchester City won?
5 in the last 6.
5 in the last 6.
5 in the last 7. 5 in the last 6. They will win
you
again
understand?
This season.
And this season, Charlie, with the signing of Paqueta, I mean, I won't change my prediction. You understand?
No,
we
don't have any room to change, please.
Yeah, I don't have any room to change, so I'll just keep it at that and say that Arsenal will win the Premier League.
Okay,
you understand?
No
but Manchester City, the way it's going, they are going to win again. So if you are Michael Owen and Man City is dominating your wing and telling it into a Farmers League, all these people saying that, but the Premier League, there are 3 or 4 others. Who are the 3 or 4 others who have done it in the past 10 years for us?
I think now their go-to example is Leicester won the league.
Yeah.
And got relegated.
So for me, that's it. Look, how old is Harry Kane?
30.
What chance does he have to win anything with Spurs apart from when Harry Kane is old and grey and he's sitting down with his grandkids?
he's going to show them only golden boots.
And that one's another Haaland is in who again.
That's the point.
No, you see.
That's the point.
You see,
it's gone.
And clearly but I really so that's my issue with Owen. There are parts of it that make sense, but the condescension and the disrespect for Bundesliga, I feel like it's some way. Yeah. If he wins a Bundesliga, he would have won a league title. He has not won some before.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal. 2, he has a bigger chance of winning the Champions League with Bayern
than at any point in his career.
Mm-hmm. Including when they went into that final. You see, so for me, that's the issue. Now, I have to say that I've been really, really, really respectful of the way Harry Kane has handled this thing.
Yeah, big Harry. Yeah,
you know, he has been, in a sense, a lot of people have said he has been made to look like a nobody. You know the way you intro the thing, like. The man is sleeping in the United States and he calls me and says, "Hey, Harry, man, call." But Harry Kane is not a small boy.
No.
Harry Kane's brand is huge, it's big. You know, but I like the way he's respected the Spurs fans, and he will forever remain a Spurs legend for the way he has handled it. And so for me, that's I think it's a no-brainer that he should go to.
There's another angle to this thing that I want people to pay attention to.
No problem.
And I agree with Gary when he says that you see, for Michael Owen, it is okay for him to say, I think if it's a Ghana Premier League and Togo Premier League, we would say same. Why is Don Bote going to Togo? What's he going to do in Togo? We could say same.
So you think there's an element of patriotism?
Somebody neutral like us can do what Gary has just done. Now listen, playing 2 months for Bayern Munich is bigger than playing 3 years for Spurs. And let me borrow their phrase. No disrespect to Spurs. Playing 2 months for Bayern Munich, it's bigger than playing 3 years for Spurs.
FC Hollywood.
Listen, in the Premier League, only 2 teams have got the might and power
and
rub shoulders with Bayern.
Bayern Munich,
it's Man United and Liverpool, not Chelsea, not Arsenal, not Spurs,
not
City.
That's a proper institution.
Bayern is that huge. And you see, now the Hurricane has gone to Bayern. If Bayern were 8th favorite or 5th favorite to compete for the Champions League, now they are 3rd. After the landlords Real Madrid, the defending champions Man City, I'd say Bayern Munich.
I agree.
Because Harry Kane absolutely takes them to another level.
With his goals.
His goals and his playmaking ability. Can you imagine Harry Kane feeding Sané, Kingsley Coman and Serge Gnabry?
And running into spaces.
Was it 2 seasons ago he and Son were another level?
Yeah. So Harry Kane takes Spurs to a different level. And so when you say in England, as I can agree they would, because they are losing England's all-time top goal scorer, England captain. They'll lose the Hurricane goals.
Thank you. I forgot to mention now. I think that is what is driving. Look, the Premier League is right now. I mean, it's afternoon radio, so you can't. They are scared less.
Yeah.
Like they are being battered by Saudi. Do you know what it means to lose people? The signal is sending to the Premier League right now.
Yeah.
The value of the Premier League is going down. And that's what they're afraid of.
You tweeted that what broadcaster just acquired rights for?
Senior Fox
Fox America.
Yeah, they're in America. They are saying that we will show it in America. MLS, you are showing your MLS with Apple. We to Fox. We brought Sue to America. They will show Sue. They are starting this weekend. They are showing Sue.
I have seen more. I have seen in the last 3 months. I have seen more content from Saudi League than I have ever at any life.
Relax. Just 2 days ago, I was listening to Asempa. The content Sergio and Co were bringing from Saudi League.
And that's what they are doing. So Harry Kane going to Bayern Munich, it's not. He's going there. If he wins the Bundesliga, it's still a very good league to win, right? And he wouldn't have done that anyway with Spurs. So going to the Bundesliga with Bayern and taking the responsibility of taking Bayern to the level where they are very, very, very top contenders of the Champions League, it will be massive. And I think that I can understand why it's
Friends, quick one. You see, for me, it's very funny that some of these ex-players talk like that. Numbers can always be surpassed.
Yeah.
Always. Raul
can break that record and 2 years later another person
Raul when he was leaving Real Madrid was comfortably their top goal scorer.
True.
It took 3 years.
Quick.
To
shatter it.
Over 100 goals more.
Yeah.
Somebody will by all means come and break that Ronaldo record. We all thought, what's his name? Alan Shearer's record was unthinkable. Do you know Harry Kane has scored more goals than Aguero and Thierry Henry in the Premier League?
Yeah, of course.
Look at how great those people are. So if they are going to look at
that be some stats, eh?
Yeah, he's outdone them.
Yeah.
And that is a fact. Rooney didn't even finish celebrating his all-time England. Harry Kane has come to pass. In fact, Lineker didn't finish. Rooney came to pass. These numbers don't pass. But when you finish your career and you sit in a studio with your ex-teammates and Roy Keane asks you, that you are having this loud opinion about the Premier League, Jamie Carragher, have you won some before? And then he says almost. Almost is not winning.
Our old Sami Kufo did the same thing to Barnes on Super Sports. On Champions League nights. Barnes was saying something experience, and it was like, you've never won the Champions League. You don't know how it feels to win it. Look, he has lost it in the final. He's going to win it.
Then hold on, Daniel. Then they'll go and put you on a show with Kate Abdo. He's just wait, hold on. Welcome to the show. Tonight we are joined by 3-time Champions League winner, Mr. Harry Kane. If they do hard and they come to not Harry Kane, but the first name shouldn't have been Harry Kane. They will go from, let's say Michael Owen. He's won Premier League, 3-time Premier League winner. Wayne Rooney, 9-time Premier League winner, and also the man that was former top goal scorer of all time in the Premier League. Because by that time you are former.
You are former. Somebody has come to pass.
Yes.
Haaland is in the league. Hey, Harry Kane.
If
Haaland is in the league. He used his first season to do how many?
5 seasons he will do it.
So the point is, go. When you finish your career, and you've lifted that Bundesliga shield, the Champions League is very winnable at Bayern.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people are making it look like Bayern are some. Last season was an anomaly.
And
Bayern will be back with Titi, Tuchel, and Harry Kane.
No, even that,
go.
Just 3-4 seasons ago.
They won.
Bayern shipped Barcelona front and back, left and right. They won.
They beat Barca every day. So
no. That one was 8-2. And Messi played 90 minutes.
You, Daniel, unless you see any small
chance.
Not
true. He played 90 minutes. And they scored his team 8-2. He was there with Suarez.
Okay. Anyway, so I think
it was COVID, please.
So I think there is consensus here. All of that chat is nonsense. Harry Kane has to go to Bayern Munich if he wants to win something substantial. There's no guarantee that he wins the Champions League by going to Bayern Munich. That we have to establish. And it's entirely possible that he would go to Germany and never win the Champions League. He's never top scorer and nothing works out in the end. Because that is also a possibility. So we have to establish that. But there is no way of knowing exactly what happens unless you make the decision.
You make the move.
So if you don't take that risk, you will never know what could have happened.
So Shearer told him to go.
That's the point.
No, but what would make any player think that leaving Liverpool to Real Madrid makes sense, but leaving Spurs to Bayern Munich doesn't?
Some way.
No, the way he even said, if it was Real Madrid, he would understand.
How do you leave Liverpool of the size of Liverpool's size to a club like Real Madrid at your peak because he wanted to win Champions League? But you think it's unthinkable for? And at the time that he was there, Liverpool were not winning the league.
They had one.
They were struggling to win the league.
They had one Europa
30 years to win.
So he moved to Real Madrid in search of glory.
And the season he left, Liverpool won
Champions League. Now you are telling me that it doesn't make sense that Harry Kane leaves not Man U, not Man City,
Spurs,
not Liverpool in this era and the club, but Spurs to Bayern Munich, who are bigger than every team, but maybe at the same level with Liverpool and Man United in England. It doesn't make any sense.
Makes no sense.
But you see, the last thing I'll say is that you see how they are rallying around their product.
Yeah.
You see how they are rallying around their product to protect.
They are protecting their product.
We need to do so.
Yeah.
They're protecting their product.
Deliberately.
If you only Lineker way as he said, they be neutral small. Where you say
you run away from England? Why you to play career for England? You know, move away.
You go Barcelona.
You go Barcelona. You know, be Barcelona. Go take your name.
Yeah.
Shit. You did it and do your body in England.
Michael Owen, like get
nobody won't buy him.
In fact, they even go do La Liga as presenter.
As presenter for them.
You see, my other thing is that when Owen was there, the Shearer record was there.
You know, but he didn't go and win Champions League.
Go and quote him. Go and quote that tweet and tell him that.
Anyway, thank you. Let me read some more messages, and then we'll talk about some other essential things.
The biggest Harry is on the verge of moving. We are sitting here talking about Harry Kane. The biggest Harry.
You talk about
Maggie.
Wait, we haven't finished.
It's okay. We're going to talk GFA elections.
We still have an hour left on the show.
Fantastic.
Okay. Sakatu from Luton says, "Good afternoon, guys. So I wake up around 5:30 p.m. to wee and go back to sleep since I had my shift from 9 a.m. this morning. So I said, let me glance through Twitter and see if we reached an agreement with that Brighton club. Then, boom, he's off to Liverpool." Man, I don't feel sleep again. Oh, hey, this football thing is really into us. Anyways, we trust Todd-Bowley to get it done ASAP. All we want is Caicedo, Sakatu from London. 055-1111-997. If you also want to send in your message, the hashtag is Game Plan on Twitter. Good afternoon, Fent. This message says, Caicedo is going to Chelsea. Liverpool should go and sleep with the Blues we are building gradually. That's from Ishmael in Drapa. Says Fent, you are live on Laura Radio. Thank you very much. Shout out to everybody in Laura listening to us. This message is from downtown in Ejusuman SHS in Kumasi. He says this Chelsea team go make gobe. They are really messing up big time by signing unwanted players, but Man City will surely win the league again. That's a promise. Interesting message. Thank you, Downtown, for your message. This one says, "Hi guys. He said I sleep. The only Caicedo they will get is Linda, but even with that one, Real Madrid wouldn't sell." Carly Jones from Labadi, and he says, "I haven't heard and seen a coach who has been so sure in setting of another team's player to sign for him, the Jurgen Klopp at the time. He thought Liverpool could hijack a deal of the masters of hijackers Chelsea. They should go to sleep. Now, only Caicedo they might get in the minutest chances the Linda one. Even with that one, Real Madrid will say, okay, Carly Jones from Labadi with that message." This message says, "Friend, I'm enjoying the show. Please ask your panel why a Finnish goat went to Saudi Arabia. All the stars are following him there. But a complete goat went to the MLS. Nobody's going there."
You are big.
Interesting.
So this shade goes to Messi.
Yes, of course. The Finnish goat, and he puts it in quotes.
Yes.
All right, more messages. Joe Minute says, "What Michael Owen and co are saying is just from a background of bitterness. What makes them think someone else will not break this Hurricane record?" Exactly. Looking at the way Haaland and co are scoring. Records are meant to be broken, and so will never be anyone's bona fide glory for a long time. But the titles and medals, they are forever yours, and no one can break it and claim them as records. More messages. This one says, Harry Kane also stands the chance to become the very first English top scorer in the German Bundesliga. That is also a huge achievement. My greetings to Gary Al-Smith, Kelly Ozil in Accra with that message. This one says, "Friend, I'm Starboy from La Paz. Please, we are waiting for the FPL code."
Yes.
On that note,
yes. Let me share it. Many people have been asking me since yesterday for it.
Yeah, please share.
You have it.
The Joy FPL code is
a little bit of an update coming through on
go on.
Caicedo.
Okay.
So Miguel Delaney,
yes,
he's got a good reputation of reporting accurately. Says Chelsea are trying to offer players to Brighton in exchange for Moise Caicedo to help break the deadlock in the deal. The midfielder has made it clear that his preference is Stamford Bridge, which means Chelsea.
Levi?
They're talking about players. So now Brighton can also make demands. Okay, want that player. But then again, Chelsea are in a very difficult place. If they don't, that's why I said Pochettino can't even confirm it because they have no deal.
So Chelsea are not offering money and matching Liverpool. They want to use players as part of the deal, which makes sense though. They have players in excess.
No, but Brighton would have to want these players.
That's also true.
Which players? Yes, you don't have it.
And in fact, there were also reports that if Chelsea is not able to meet the valuation that he might have to go to Liverpool.
Yeah. So, and then Liverpool can say, okay, you didn't want to come, so we won't take you. He stays at Brighton.
Yeah. So
more messages here. These ones are from Twitter. Cobb says Owen saw the record there, Philly, and ran away, but Kane to stay for what?
I've just sent it to you.
It says Eddie Kane, move. Interesting. Kwame Amudazi says, I'm glad Arsenal stayed clear of this Caicedo deal. What a mess it is. This message says, okay, here's this one. It says, if the lady doesn't accept your marriage proposal or gets pregnant and you have no right to visit her parents for the marriage list, with that, you are likely to get disgraced. Liverpool should know better.
Nobody they give analogies past football fans.
That message is from Salary G on Twitter. You're listening to Game Plan on 99.7 Joy FM and 103.9 Hits FM. And it says these things, another message said, these things are likely to happen if the lady doesn't accept your marriage proposal. That was a continuation of Salary's message. And you went ahead to meet her father. You are not far from disgrace. So don't go behind the lady's back to go and see the parents.
You know, she had parents before.
Yes.
You know, see some. As a parent, take the drink.
Game Plan is brought to you by Betway and, of course, Petrosol. And Betway are saying that if you log onto their website, of course, you have a chance to win back as much as 50 Ghana cedis, even if you don't win. So the cashbacks are real and they're happening live on Betway. Yeah, that's right. So they're asking if you are ready to get way more back with Betway in the new season. Use the golden booking code that you can find on the Betway site and place your risk-free bet from 25th to the 27th of August. Guaranteed to give you 100% back as a free bet up to 50 cedis if you lose. So use the golden booking code. That's what it means. And between 25th and 27th August, every bet you place is risk-free. You can get 100% of your money back if you lose the bet. And it's up to 50 Ghana cedis. It's regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18 terms and conditions apply. Betway, bet your way. And also brought to you by Petrosol. Every drop matters, just as every penny counts. Did you know that good quality fuel enhances your vehicle performance and reduces maintenance costs? Take no risk with your car and just buy any bagger wire fuel. Buy from Petrosol. In times like this, all you need is value for your money. Look no further. Drive to the next Petrosol fuel station. Yes, Petrosol, your go-to station for accurate quantity of high-quality fuel. Be a happy customer, fill with smiles, drive more miles, and save more money. Petrosol, your clean fuel in full quantity. Petrosol, always a delightful experience. All right, two more transfers to talk about. Then we talk about GFA Elections. Muftau has all the filler. Two people are filing nominations here and there. The two transfers we talk about will be Harry Maguire and Kudus Mohammed. Now, Kudus Mohammed, Sicho, you've been wanting to talk about it. This week, there's been, and Gary tweeted about it as well, about taking some of the sources of the information that is coming through with a pinch of salt because they may not seem very reliable. The reason, despite Brighton agreeing a deal with Ajax, the deal still hasn't happened is reportedly because Kudus Mohammed is demanding a release clause be inserted into the contract. Possibly as a result of the way they are treating the Caicedo situation, maybe. I cannot verify that, but it's quite curious that more than a week after the two clubs agreed a deal, the player still hasn't agreed to deal with the club and the contract still hasn't been signed and he's still not a Brighton player despite the two clubs agreeing a deal. Sicho, what is going on there? Because it makes no sense to me. It looks to me, I felt like Kudus was maybe keen on Brighton. Suddenly, what's going on?
Brighton. I don't think Kudus is keen on Brighton.
You think he doesn't like the club?
I think he doesn't think that he thinks that he's a player better than the profile of the club Brighton.
You think he thinks he's downgrading and he doesn't want that?
Yes, I think Kudus thinks that he's a Man United, Liverpool, Madrid, Barca, Bayern, level kind of player. And there's nothing for any player to think that way, right? But there are realities as well that players have to face, right? And the only big team that has concretely made a serious inquiry that we know of has been Brighton. They actually have an agreement with the club. All the big teams that maybe Kudus wants to go to have not necessarily shown their hand. Maybe when Chelsea is done with the Caicedo deal, they go back to focus on Mohamed Kudus and see if he's available because they've got some injury problems and some more players to add to the team to make them a more competitive side. But surely I don't think Arsenal are looking to bring him in. I'll be surprised if they are. I don't think Man United are looking in that direction. Not Liverpool, not Madrid, not these clubs, not Bayern, not these clubs that maybe Kudus' camp thinks that he fits. But you see, we need to analyze the Kudus thing and take the Ghanaian
Ghanaianness out of it.
And if Kudus is thinking that if the narrative out there, which I don't believe, is that Kudus is wants a release clause with Brighton before he goes there, then I'll probably say Kudus has been reading too much of Ghana Twitter. and don't put it beyond footballers. They read.
No, they do.
Yeah, they read.
Everything,
They see. But that shouldn't be informing your decision.
It could be.
No, it does.
It does, and that's the sad thing.
This week is confirmed by multiple people at the Athletic on their podcast that the clamoring of football fans in today's day and age is a reason why a lot of the top teams panic buy.
Yeah.
Just to shut their fans
It influences them.
Yeah.
It does. So
riddle me about the whole Ghana Twitter thing. What's been happening there? How is it affecting?
So there's a big block of Chelsea fans on Ghana Twitter.
Yeah.
Big block of Man U fans, Liverpool fans on Ghana Twitter. Now, because of the emotions attached to Caicedo and Brighton and the stalling of the deal to Chelsea, if you read the narratives, a lot of them are stemmed from Chelsea fans on Ghana Twitter who have said that because Brighton are demanding an X amount for Caicedo, they are depriving him of his will to play for a big club. So Kudus should take a cue from it, which for me makes no sense. It's actually nonsense, because Brighton have not said they're not going to sell Caicedo. They are saying that this is his valuation, and if you want to buy him, you buy him at this value. So I've always asked myself this question: what kind of player wouldn't enjoy what Caicedo has gone through? Where top team, because yesterday I was even rumored Bayern Munich wanted to join the conversation. When you have the liberty of choosing between Chelsea and Liverpool, which kind of serious footballer doesn't want this situation? Right? When you are going to go for the money you're going to go for, which in itself has a direct influence on how much your agent can make, and you can get something from your agent. This agent, when they take this money, all of the money is not for them, especially when it's not a signing on fee. And it also has a direct connection to how much you will be paid in wages and all of that.
Yeah.
So the whole narrative about the fact that because Brighton were holding on to Caicedo, who, like I've said, his quality is not on the market. So they're looking for the best price.
Though? Do we know this for a fact?
That
Kudus' stalling is being influenced by...
This is why I say if. That's why I say that if.
Yeah.
There's a condition.
If. And listen, the narrative on Ghana Twitter is what I'm saying. It is not if.
Okay.
It's a fact. When you go to Ghana Twitter, people have said that Kudus shouldn't go to Brighton. They won't add a release clause in his contract.
Because may have not seen it.
They've not been reading.
They've been saying it.
In fact.
That is yesterday actually. When that fan tweeted
from the start of the week, Ghana Twitter and especially Chelsea fans. I've been on this. I know after this they'll go and insult me on Twitter, but me my skin be tough. So Chelsea, especially Chelsea fans, have consistently said that because of the Caicedo deal and the fact that Chelsea are holding, Kudus should put a release clause in his contract. Then I say people don't understand what a release clause is and how it works. Unless it's a demand from the league structure like La Liga, no club really wants players on release clauses. Why? It can tie you down to the club and you can go nowhere even if you are a bad player after the signing, or the club will lose out big money if it turns out to be a huge success.
Yeah.
Imagine Brighton say that we are buying you for 40 million. But we are saying, if Brighton paid 40 million for Kudus and they are saying his release clause is 150 million, can you debate it? They paid 44.4 million for Caicedo. They are selling him not on release clause, on negotiations for 110 million. If they pay 40 million for you and they say your release clause is 150, how do you live?
There's nothing you can say.
If they are paying 40 million for you and they are telling you your release clause is 70 million, next season anybody can take Kudus away from Brighton and Brighton will have no answer. So go to Brighton if you want to go. Prove that you are good enough at the Premier League level. Sit there and cross your leg. Let's Liverpool and Chelsea overnight trade contracts. Let's Real Madrid place the back call. Let them bid for you and move. But that only happens for a player who's confident about his abilities. And the fact is, Mohamed Kudus, from his Ayaz, or since he's got to Ayaz, he's not had one full season that we can say this season, dear. Top 10 under 22 players. Kudus is part of them.
In the world.
He hasn't. And sometimes it hasn't been his fault. First year it was injury. When he got back, Eric Ten Hag didn't fancy him. He didn't find a place for him in his team.
Yeah.
Schroeder came. Schroeder didn't think he was a good central midfielder. It took Kudus trying to force a move out before he started playing him. False nine. And that was the best spell of Kudus' career in Ajax.
Yeah, that one cried the first 2 months. Bench.
Thank you. Then Heitinga comes. Heitinga plays him on the right inside channel forward something. So Kudus, as we speak, position Menobo.
And the question, I think the ultimate question is, Oko Ajaxa, where will he play?
If he goes to Brighton.
Sorry, if he goes to Brighton, where does he play?
It becomes, you're a good host. When he goes to Brighton, it becomes the responsibility of the coach to find that. But he's going to work with a coach who has a track record of that.
Bobby De Zerbi.
I'm not saying it. You don't have to like Roberto De Zerbi. Go back and check his track record from Sassuolo, before Sassuolo, during Sassuolo.
But you have maintained that Kudus is a forward player.
I've said he's a forward player.
Yes.
He's not a normal